Hey, good morning. This is Derek Adams from 211 Motorsports, Team 211. Wanted to take a few minutes today to kind of walk through a 200X and just a couple things that you can do to set it up for TT racing. None of these things are a hard guideline on what you have to do. These are just some of the things that we've done to make the bike a little bit more responsive and handle a little better out on the track. So the first thing that you'll see here as we get over to the bike, I'm sorry, we're down in the barn. We got it tucked away for the winter. First thing you want to add is you got to have a tether kill switch. So this hooks to you. In the event that you fly off the bike, it kills the machine versus the machine flying off the track, hitting somebody else, injuring somebody. That's mandatory. You have to have a kill switch. That is a Pro Armor kill switch. It clamps right to your handlebars. You can buy that on eBay for $35 shipped to your house. Okay. Front and rear number plates. So you got to have a number plate with a number on the front, also one on the rear. And it has to be visible with a black background and white numbers, or white background and black numbers. So those are the two rules. Let's go back here to the back. So there's our rear one. Okay, this is Tyler's bike. It's the one he raced last year. And then from there, everything else is optional. So in my opinion, the very next thing you want to do is get some rear tires. So these little jobbies we bought off eBay, these are Turf Saver lawnmower tires. They're listed as an 18 by 8.5 by 8. But they actually measure in around 16 to 17 inches, depending on how much air you have in them. So not a lot of traction because the tracks themselves get grooved up, blue grooved pretty well. And you have almost too much traction at some point. And a lot of guys like to run Hoosiers too, which are actually made for flat track racing. We've got one on the front of this bike. So this is an 18-inch Hoosier on a 10-inch rim. And we buy these rims from Jonathan Honorlaw. They fit any second gen 200X, 350X, or liquid cooled 250R front hub. On this particular bike, we have a 350X front end, so you'll see that the axle is a leading axle. And we just like that front end. It gives you the benefit of a twin piston front caliper, so you can stop better. It seems to steer a little bit better in our opinion. And then the other nice thing too is, I don't know if you can see this, but see how we've trimmed the steering stop on the frame. So what that allows us to do is get a really good, I mean the turning radius on this thing is really tight. And that lets us be able to turn inside corners and or save us if we're sliding out too far. We can recover better. So this particular bike, you have to bear with me while I pull this off. So this particular bike, we have 250R rear axle in, 83 to 84 250R axle fits. It's a little bit wider, and then we're running the 400EX style hubs. That gets us to about 48 inches wide. If you're running a stock rear axle, you can buy wheel spacers from Rocky Mountain for about $50 to get you out to the 48 inch width, which is 48 to 50 inches is about where you want to be for stability on these things. And then on this bike, we have made a custom exhaust and open air filter because we're not riding it in the mud. So the exhaust lets it breathe a little better. Open air filter also lets it breathe a little better. Those aren't things that you need to have to come racing, but the extra horsepower is nice to have. So that's it, guys. Not much to it. Pretty straightforward stuff. When you go to some of the bigger tracks, if you venture out to Ashtabula or Busco Beach, you may want to go up a tooth on your front sprocket just to compensate for the shorter front tire, or I'm sorry, rear tires. And you'll need that top end speed down the straightaways there. But other than that, it's pretty simple. So if you've got a 200X and you're thinking about coming out racing, right? Get you a front and rear number plate and a tether kill switch, and you know, steal some old lawnmower tires off the neighbor's lawnmower and come out racing. All right. Thanks a lot for listening.